You're bringing the
Hi.
whole Christmas spirit. Hi.
Hi, how are you both? Thanks for being here
Uh,
today.
Thank you
Thank you for
for inviting me.
coming.
Yeah, this is a great backdrop.
I know. Is it real or is it like
It's
an
from
image?
Hallmark. It's from a past
Oh,
Hallmark movie. Oh, I don't remember which one.
okay.
No, this is
I
what
wish
you
this
get
were
in a
real.
Hallmark movie. I feel like I'm
Yeah, it
there.
looks great.
Yeah, you're the new star.
So I have to ask JC, did you want to do this movie because of the Père Noël connection? Isn't that a little
Eh,
French?
It was because of me.
I wanted to do it because of Ryan. No, well, I was very happy Ryan was there, but it actually sort of fell in my lap. I I I was so willing to just do another Hallmark movie because I loved the first experience, and I was very excited to just do a Christmas one. And the whole French Père Noël, I didn't even know if they picked me specifically for it. And then I talked to the director, and it was just sort of a kismet, like coincidence kind of moment. And so uh, in the show, in the movie, I speak different languages, and any French moment, we were like, just say it in actual French, and so it was really fun
Hmm.
to add these little moments. Sometimes I forget I'm French, and then I get to
Kind
do
of
it.
yell. You kind of yell at me in French, don't you?
I yell at you in Spanish.
Spanish. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, she speaks a lot of languages in this.
No, I
Wow.
swear in Spanish. That's it.
Yep. Yep.
And so how
She
did you
goes.
get involved, Ryan?
I've done a few of these, so it's something that I look forward to every year around September, October. It's like having two Christmases, so that's never a bad thing. It's kind of the precursor to it's the pre-dinner for Christmas. So yeah, every September, October, I look forward to it the entire year, and getting to hang with the people at Hallmark who are fantastic. Um, I've worked with a few of the same directors. The crew's always amazing. Everyone's so happy to be on set, to be working on a Christmas movie because it's really hard to not be happy with Christmas trees everywhere. Like I'm smiling just seeing the trees behind you right now.
Right.
So it's really hard to not be in a good mood, not when everyone's happy and willing to be there, and
Pulled
it
into
pulled
it.
in. It
Yeah.
creates better work for you because we all got in this business to make cool stuff and also have fun doing it. So these are some of the best projects I've ever worked on just because I get to meet people like Jaicy, who will be a lifelong friend now, and continually work with people at Hallmark who just make it fun.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good time. Who
Yeah,
doesn't want to have a good time?
I do.
Absolutely. So starting with you, JC, can each of you tell me a little bit about your characters and what they're going through in this
Yeah,
movie?
so the story is about Campbell Wallace. She's a travel journalist who grew up without a father, and she lives in Dallas, Texas, and she's trying to pitch a story uh, at work, and at the same time, she's being contacted by her stepmother, who wants to reconnect her with her father, who's being nominated as the Père Noël, which is the equivalent of Father Christmas for the town. It's occasion. It's a Louisiana tradition that they do, and they light bonfires. And the writer Emily Moss and her partner actually are from. Well, Emily is from Louisiana. I don't
Yeah,
know if Elise is.
he's from Baton Rouge, right? We're just outside of Baton.
Well, in any case, it's an actual tradition that they have there, and so Campbell goes under the pretense of a article that she's writing about this new Père Noël for the city, for the town, and she goes and meets her father. And the whole question is, is she gonna feel like she wants to tell him that she's her daughter? Are they gonna connect? Is she gonna like him? Is he gonna like her? What about the family? She also ends up meeting
Jackson Shepherd,
Jackson Shepherd, who's
the town's record keeper.
yeah, and who becomes a friend and maybe more.
Mm.
And so the story is about this girl who's had this like identity break when she was a child, and she's trying to figure that out and define herself through her relationships and the new people that she's meeting in her life, and sort of trying to reconciliate reconciliate her identity with where she comes from and her father, and it's an interesting story to have set around Christmas, because Christmas is such a specifically family oriented moment, and this is about the importance of family in personal identity and realization, and it's a very moving story, and I think a lot of people will relate. So it was very layered.
It was. I mean, she goes through a lot of self-discovery, and you also have a great stepdad.
Yeah, and
who's been in your life that I think it's you just trying to figure out more of,
She comes from a very happy family, which is also good to have. It's nice to see. She's certainly not from a broken background. She's very content, and she has figured herself out. But then she's sort of handed this Christmas opportunity to seek out for more. So it's.
I think Hallmark's doing a really cool thing where they're stepping out of just from just the basic love story.
Yeah.
And dive into a family love story where our love story is kind of a side story, which is really cool because I think there's a lot of families out there that would when the holidays is a time for reconciliation, and there's tons of different kinds of love, and I think they're really stepping out and diving into that, which I think is really, really cool.
Yeah, it's a cool story. It's an important story to tell, and it's a nice way to experience Christmas and this new tradition that I didn't know anything about. Did you know about Père Noël?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
And I think it's really cool too that you get to see the different side of how people celebrate Christmas in different parts of the U.S. or the world. Yeah. Instead of having reindeer, we had alligators.
Yeah.
Alligators are pulling the sleigh. The Père Noël doesn't dress like Santa; he's got overalls on. So it's little nuances like that. They have meat pies instead of the traditional turkey and stuff for dinner. Yeah. So it's really cool getting to learn that. And I think it'd be cool for the audience to be able to see the different traditions that people have in different states. And,
yeah, it's wild to me how big America is, and how every state has such a specific and such a deep culture and traditions that not everybody knows about. And so not everybody in the States, let alone in the world. And so it's a cool way to highlight that in the process.
And her being from France, coming down to be able to go to at least in Louisiana, right? In New Orleans and Baton Rouge, where there's that French quarter, there's French-speaking people there. So it felt probably a little bit more, because she'd never been to the South before. So this was kind of
You did film there?
We filmed in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, we filmed.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. We actually, so the film is based in Sorrento, Louisiana, and we actually filmed in Sorrento.
Yeah.
Which
nice.
Which is really cool, because usually, like, you film in, Austin, Texas for Scottsdale, and there's no cactus anywhere, and you're like, what are we doing? Yeah, so this was actually cool to film in the place.
And the crew was from Sorrento, which was nice, and they were happy to do something that was so close to their own experience of Christmas. So I think it's going to be beautiful, also because it's very Christmassy and a fun new twist.
What other traditions? I mean, you don't have to tell me everything, but you can tease that we're going to get to see from this area of the country.
So in Sorrento, they have a levee, and there's a tradition that on Christmas Eve, they light fires on the levee to guide this Père Noël through to their town to hand out Christmas and sort of launch Christmas. And so we have that moment. We have a whole town square moment where we light the fires, and Père Noël comes and greets us and sort of launches the whole
presents for the kids.
Yeah.
And another cool thing is he rides in on a flatbed boat, right? That's got like a little Christmas temple kind of behind him. Which
and they have fun. Like, instead of the reindeers, they have the alligators and they all have names. Like it's Gaston and Alcée.
Oh yeah, we yell them.
And they have a book. And I forget the name of the book, but it's a very specific Louisiana Christmas book that every child knows about and has every
Oh.
person has read
It
in
definitely had a
school.
southern
and
name,
it-
Louisiana,
it's-
and the Bergerons.
Yes,
I kept getting it wrong the entire movie too.
yes. Bergeron.
Bergeron.
It sounds so fun.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
What's the tone of the movie? Is it more of a comedy or is it or more of a drama
I
with the
would say
family?
it's a family.
I say there's definitely some lighter moments in it, but I think uh, it's kind of a movie about
It is
her
a comedy,
finding herself.
right?
So there's some really fun moments because obviously having a Père Noël run up in overalls and
Yeah,
yelling fun Christmas stuff is great, and Bruce Campbell, who's in the film, is really really funny.
yeah. He's hilarious.
So him and Moira
Moira
Kelly, they
Kelly,
add a lot
such
of
a
humor
great-
to it. They bring
yeah.
a lot. We have a lot of kind of joking chemistry on it as well that I think you'll
banter.
see.
I think
But
it-
I think
I
it's
would-
a self-discovery film.
Yeah, and if I were to categorize it, I think a dramedy probably
Mm-hmm.
because it definitely talks about like very serious, very well, not very serious, but like important family issues and things that sort of pull at your heartstrings. But then because it's Christmas, there's a lot of liveliness to it, and it makes for some.
Then I'd also
Fun
say
moments.
action adventure because I swing from trees. I had to go through all kinds of like SWAT training for this. Yeah, I wear a harness
He's
most of the
chasing
film.
me
I'm
the
chasing
entire
you,
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait, actually, that never
No.
happened.
Wow,
That
Never happened.
No.
that's unexpected.
That's a
No,
twist.
that's in number 2,
Yeah.
The Shepherds.
That's-
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So who does Bruce Campbell and who does Moira Kelly play? Moira Kelly play.
So Moira Kelly plays
There's-
my father's or Campbell's father's new
Stepmom.
wife, her stepmom,
Stepmom, yeah.
and then Bruce Campbell plays her father that she goes to meet.
Her
in
biological
Louisiana.
father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they're both such weathered actors, and they have such a presence, and
Just hearing Bruce's voice
yeah,
was
yeah.
fun, right? Like he's
Yeah.
got such a distinct voice. I was on the plane ride over here watching one of the Avengers movies, Doctor Strange, and I was literally looking down at my book, and I heard his voice come on. I look up, and he's punching himself in the film, which was hilarious.
Did you
Such a
send him a
Bruce thing.
picture?
No, I should have.
Yeah.
And they just added so much to the film. They brought a lot to it. Like you said, they're seasoned. They're funny. They bring a lightness to it, and not only bring a lightness to it, but a real heartfelt
Yeah.
moments to it as well.
Yeah, it made room for very real and very vulnerable moments. So it has a little bit of everything. I think it's the perfect Christmas movie.
Besides,
And
action.
my last question, since this is a little bit different, how do you think people should prepare? What should they have ready to go whenever they sit down to watch this movie?
Eggnog,
Uh-huh.
meat pies,
And tissues.
and tissues.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I think at least for tradition of my family is after Thanksgiving dinners when we like really start putting up Christmas decorations. So, have the boxes ready so when they finish the movie they can start putting up their Christmas tree and
Yeah,
hopefully
it'll put you in the spirit.
hopefully we put you in the spirit to want to
Yeah.
decorate your house and
Yeah.
maybe add a few
And
alligators
be with
instead
your
of deer.
loved ones. Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much for chatting with me today. I can't wait to see the movie.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Merry
Merry Christmas and
Christmas.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween and happy Thanksgiving.